Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, The Art of Comics. It's me, Andres Salazar. Today, another book review, another quick look. This one, Come Unto Me by Black Mask. This is a comic. See, I looked at who wrote this. This is written by Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler. Now, Lonnie Nadler, I know because he edited my book, Pariah, Missouri, over there. So the graphic novel, horror western, he helped me edit that. So I'm excited to report that this is very good and I enjoyed this. I was a little nervous because Lonnie did this and I'm like, well, I don't know, how is it going to go? Remember last week we talked about The Normals by Aftershock, and I was just feeling like it was a TV show pilot, pitch comic. This feels like a real comic. Now what I mean is that it's intriguing, it's got a good story. I actually want to get the other issues. It's got something here that comics do. There's the comic book storytelling and lexicon that is used in here that is made for comics. Okay? It's not just a storyboard with a TV pilot pitch. This feels like a comic book. It's got comic book stuff in it, and I really like it. I like the art. I like the coloring. It's not the airbrush digital coloring. It's actually like hard lines. There's proper coloring. It's got 9-panel grids, guys. I love freaking 9-panel grid. And it's got this fun horror story. Now, Lonnie, I would love to learn the division of labor. What did Zach do? What did Lonnie do? How did they work together? Did one break the story? Did one write the script? Did they go back and forth? That fascinates me because the process of collaborating with two writers is always interesting. How they do that. So many different ways to slice that up. Either way, Lonnie he's a love of horror. That's probably why he used to write for, I want to say the website was Bloody Disgusting. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And, my book was a Western horror, so he was perfect for editing that. He's written a number of different things lately, and I like this. It's got this cerebral horror, but it's really about what I'm getting from this one issue. It's about intimacy, about your memories, about connecting with people, and this idea of using technology to bridge the gap between people. And it starts off with a character who's dying of ovarian cancer. But somehow her mind or her spirit or soul is in the body of someone else. And they're communicating. And this man is some sort of an entrepreneur, futurist character who's got some technology to use this as a way of grafting one's memories or connecting people. He's in some kind of a angel investors meeting and pitching it as I want to say the Flesh Network. It was like the social flesh, the idea of using social media, but instead of just sharing pictures or apps, you're sharing a full experience that goes in their mind, right? And this idea of living in one's body and feeling those feelings. There was this kind of cyberpunk type of tech has been around for a while. There was a movie years ago in the early 90s. Shadows of Us? No, what is it? I don't remember. But I remember it was about like going in the memories of someone else and living. And the pitch in the movie trailer was a man goes in this kind of VR helmet or jacks into some kind of network. And now he's in the body of this young woman who's taking a bath, and luxurious bath. And he's feeling what it feels like to be a woman and feeling her body. And it's kind of like pervy kind of deal. And that was like, this is what you can experience, jacking into sorry, I just love saying jacking into the net, the cyber, whatever. This has a little bit more maybe body, bio, kind of organic-y issue. The cover is evocative. This has a big like Kelly Jones kind of vibe to it, the shadowing and hatching and stuff. Black Mask, as we know, again, they're definitely looking for new exciting properties. Yes, they are going to pitch those to Hollywood and try to make some development deals, but unlike others, I really do like the projects they're picking. I do think that they, I want to say the guy's name's Mike or Mark, their CEO. They are doing some really, really kind of cool. They're picking really cool ideas, really cool projects. So, why don't we flip the camera over, because I want to share this with you. I want to share some of the visuals. I like this a lot. This is a good comic. I wholeheartedly recommend this, not because I know one of the writers, but actually it's good and it's kind of exciting, and this is one I'm going to put on my list of I got to find the other ones. Let's flip it over and check it out. Okay, boys and girls, once again, this episode is brought to you by Elden Ring, the PS4 game that I keep playing that I'm obsessed over. Okay, now coming to me. Yeah, let's talk about the art real quick. Pencils and inks by, is that Peter? Is that how you say Peter in like this language? Peter? Kowalski. Kowalski? Is that right? Kowalski. And Nico. Let's give it to Nico Guardia. Nico Guardia is kicking ass because I like the colors. I got a thing for colors. And I really like the lines. Again, huge fan of the 9-panel grid. If you do a 9-panel grid, you're already getting like plus 5 points in my kind of estimation. Just the way it's done. Look at this. I'm like, dude, this is like Watchmen. I love it. I also like the little Photoshop blur, kind of thumb blurs they're doing here. Those are fun. Kind of a showing this little special effect of like a memory or the fuzziness of memories, thoughts. This might be backwards. I think these are backwards. This should be up there maybe, but minor. Yeah, I dig it. Here's the cancer survivor or victim, and here's the fella who somehow has her thoughts in his mind. Now, you're gonna notice something. I'm on issue 2. The reason is because I bought this at Spiro's Heroes over in the Valley, and again, they didn't have one. They just had a big bunch of comics for 50 cents, so I picked this one up. Sorry, I will get an issue 1, and I'll probably get 3 through whatever. So I'm kind of coming in the middle of it. So, we got to give me some grace, give everyone some grace on that one, okay? So just relax. Okay. So here's the character who is communicating, somehow there's a relationship here. He's her boss. He has definitely an investment on this because these little red narration boxes are her voice inside him. So the whole comic is them kind of kibitzing, the conflict of their relationship together in his body. She's feeling what he's feeling. They kind of like go back and forth. He's like, hey, you're unwanted, that jazz. During this investor meeting, she, kind of takes control. We see the ports out of his neck, so he's got some sort of augmentation going on. I really like the drawing again. I really like what's going on here. Reminds me a little bit of Steve Dillon, perhaps. It's different artists. I like it. This feels like a Vertigo book in the 90s. This feels like that Transmetropolitan kind of thing. I don't know why. It just reminds me of that. Just the way this is made. This is like kind of visual of his mind. Now there's an element here where there's a drowning this here. And I'm assuming this is that his ego or his kind of mind or spirit, whatever you want to call it, is now being kind of locked away. And now she, the cancer patient, is now in control. And because he's acting differently. And also we get a clue because of the dialogue. So the dialogue read around is reminiscent of those red narration boxes. So we get that going. Yeah, I thought this was just really kind of cool idea. And then he's got some kind of a growth here in his body. We don't know what's going on here, but clearly there's some kind of physical abnormalities or something happening. Here's just kind of a sex chat going on, and she's there too. So it's this ability to connect or not connect with people is what this is about, and that's part of the element of horror, right? These connections that we can or cannot make in life. And then so we see this more of this growth. We don't know what it is. Again, going back to the drowned. See, whenever she's talking in control, we go to him to show where he's at. So he's being sequestered or drowned while the female is in control. Yeah, and then she's like, "It's me, Sebastian," but Sebastian's drowned. So she's taking over. She's taking over his body, brother. I dug it. It was it's interesting. I like the way it goes back and forth. The dialogue is good. It's not just like this cutesy, witty kind of dialogue. It feels like there's some research in here. It feels like it's a big boy comic. There's things happening here. There's it's intelligent. It's intelligent. And I dig it. So there you go. What do you think? Let me know. Those of you who are into this comic, let me know what your deal. Check out my own Patreon. Check out my stuff. I'm working on this crime coming of age story in the 80s called Shangri-La. I'm working on that. That's kind of fun. And I have other comics as well. So check out my Patreon and subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. So, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.